Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Ariel Herrera, and for my FMA1 Social Mobilization Program submission, I will be discussing on SKM or Singapore Kindness Movement. So let us begin. This movement's website is www.kindness.sg. And just to share what actually sparked this movement to bud was from the then Prime Minister Goh Chok Tong's New Year message in 1996, which was, "Let us now complement our economic achievements with social, cultural, and spiritual development." And from this inspirational message was the call to build a gracious society. And from there, the SKM was then formed in 1997. So it all started from a New Year's message in 1996. Then in 1997, the call was to build a gracious Singapore. But what was the reason for this call or for the movement to start? Now, the launch for the Singapore Kindness Movement, or SKM, was triggered by the perceived need to balance Singapore's rapid economic success with social and spiritual maturity. So how is this determined? This, of course, is through kindness. However, there was a nationwide study that the residents were already kind enough and saw no need to become kinder. And a common dilemma from here was the public's perception that kindness was a luxury for good times and that personal problems should be fixed before one could be expected to show any graciousness. So the movement, SKM, and its mascot Singa, was tasked with addressing an environment described as an increasingly angry and disagreeable society. So another scenario that they encountered before was neighborly disconnects. There was a specific social situation wherein over 80% of the Singaporeans encountered facing barriers in connecting with their neighbors. So the movement was then launched to address this disconnect and encourage people to choose to care for one another despite living in close proximities. Then another scenario would be to educate the younger generation on cyber kindness and being mindful on words being shared in the digital space. So who is the target audience of the SKM or the Singapore Kindness Movement? So from the pictures that we have, so starting from the left, they are actually students, preschool students, primary school students, secondary school students, and the one on the right shows tertiary and international students. Students are not the only target audience of the SKM or the Singapore Kindness Movement. This movement is shared also with adults, parents and professionals, and also the general public and communities. So the SKM has a lot of social marketing and mobilization activities. For preschool, SKM distributes the Kinesville Times Junior Preschool newsletter and also organizes puppet shows as core activities for this sector. So this is an educational initiative by the Singapore Kindness Movement tailored for preschoolers to instill values like kindness, responsibility, and harmony through character-driven storytelling. So for primary school, SKM activities are as follows. First one would be the Kindness Badge Junior, KBJ, and this is a Singaporean award program for primary school students to encourage practice and celebrate acts of kindness. Next would be the Friends of Singa or FOS, and the objective is to be active friends of Singa with the objective of kindness becoming an inclusive movement for all. They also have this website, fos.kindness.sg. For secondary school students, we have the Friend of Singa FOS Secondary Program, which is a year-long Singapore initiative for kindness organized by the SKM. So this is designed to empower students to advocate for kindness, courtesy, and consideration in school. Students become ambassadors, implementing campaigns based on themes like cyber kindness, inclusivity, and community, culminating in recognition at an annual award ceremony. Next would be school assemblies and talks. So SKM also provides assembly shows and curated presentation slides to educate students on values like respect and appreciation. For tertiary or international school students, we have the Write for Kindness WFK, which is an annual national creative writing competition in Singapore organized by the SKM. This is in partnership with the Singapore Book Council. It serves as a platform for students from secondary schools, junior colleges, centralized institutes, madrasas, and international schools to promote kindness to preschoolers through original stories, poems, and illustrations. Okay, so we have finished discussing about the activities for students. Now let's go to SKM activities for adults. Now first, SKM conducts parenting talks to provide strategies for instilling kindness in children and managing issues such as bullying. Next, we have the industry recognition, the Transport Gold Award and the Service Gold Award, which are used to recognize and celebrate exemplary acts of kindness by professionals in specific sectors. All right, so for the last and certainly not the least, we have the activities of SKM for the general public and communities. So first is the Be Greater campaign. So this is a nationwide marketing initiative including cinemas, television advertisements, outdoor displays, and print ads to challenge the public to redefine kindness as a character core trait. So initiatives are created to foster neighborly bonds and to break down social barriers in housing estates. Now the SKM had a lot of activities. I know, I mean from preschool students up to the general public and communities. They were really a lot. Now let us check what are the achievements because of those activities. Now there were a lot of achievements because of the SKM. First of all would be the extensive reach of visibility. Now, the Be Greater campaign in 2018 achieved this through the use of cinema and television advertisements, outdoor wallscapes, and even bus displays. Now, the public engagement is really large. An estimated 3,500 public members participated in SKM's recent annual celebrations. And also, because of the SKM activities for students, this allowed the students to be empowered, and actually a lot or thousands of students have successfully turned into agents of kindness. And also, for me personally, this is the part that I like. Um, Numerous school initiatives have successfully raised appreciation for school cleaners, security guards, and even canteen vendors. And also the neighborly bonds have because of the activities by the different schools, they successfully engaged 16 groups of neighbors to break down social barriers. So these are my key takeaways from the Singapore Kindness Movement, or SKM. So first, a single call to make kindness a second nature was what piloted SKM to what it is today. Second, the programs targeted different audience sectors, imagine from preschool students up to the general public and communities. Third, as Jose Rizal once said, the youth are the hope of the future. So the different programs enabled students to lead and deliver projects that impacted lives. Fourth, the SKM enabled discussions on cyber kindness, on mental wellness, on empathy. And last but not the least, the programs help provide appreciation to the unsung heroes in the country, namely the security guards, school cleaners, and also canteen vendors. So that is it for my presentation on the social mobilization program for my FMA1. I hope you have learned a lot from this video presentation. Till my next video, thank you so much and good night.